G'day, so today I want to talk about one of my most recommended axes, which is the Husqvarna A2400. It's a universal axe and it's quite good at splitting. This technique of sticking the axe and going over the shoulder can sometimes be a bit dangerous. If you're having problems with the axe sticking, if you twist at the last moment, it can fire the wood apart. I found this axe quite good for using the flicking technique. At 4 pounds on a 70cm handle, I can use it one-handed effectively, but you may struggle depending on your strength. So I have used it for making kindling in the past and all sorts of small wood, as well as splitting larger logs. But mostly I like it for splitting smaller stuff. You don't need a big maul to split this sort of thing. So a lighter axe is a lot less tiring to use. Really, I like to use this sort of more dynamic splitting method of not picking up pieces and putting them on a block if the wood's fairly straight. And I find this size of axe and the robustness, you can fling it around and not really care about damaging the handle, which is something I really like about it compared to a lot of my wood handled axes. The ability to take abuse means that you can get on with the work without thinking too much about damaging your handle. You spent ages hanging in, one overstrike can easily destroy a handle. So it's a universal axe, so it can chop. It's not the greatest all-time felling axe, but the profile is pretty decent. All I've done is take this out of the box and give it a quick file, like 10 strokes per side, just to take the flat spots out of the edge. It doesn't come super sharp, but it's so little work to get sharp. I've not changed the profile of the bit at all, or really filed back the bevel. It's just really to get a bit of an edge on it. So you could make it perform better than this, but I think it's pretty decent for an axe. It's mostly used for splitting and rough work. One of the big advantages this has over all its competitors is it has a hardened pole. Fiskars axes, if you use the pole for hammering, avoids the warranty. Hammering metal, particularly steel wedges, you get a bit of shock in the handle. So I recommend using only aluminium or wood or plastic wedges with this. So for hammering wedges, if you've got a lot of tough knotty wood, I would recommend bringing a proper splitting maul. The weight helps drive the wedge better, but also wooden handles absorb a lot more shock if it's thin hickory or ash. I pretty much exclusively use ash handles now. I find that they're more easy to destroy, but I rarely miss, so the ash gives much better performance for absorbing shock and keeping my elbow working. Your mileage may vary, and you may want a hickory handle with a steel protector, such as the Oxenkopf Big Ox. If you overstrike on a wedge, you will smash handle to bits, guaranteed. It's probably one of the worst ways to overstrike. So while the Husqvarna isn't a replacement for a proper maul for tough knotty wood, you can do it with an aluminium wedge and that Husqvarna. But if you've got a lot of tough knotty wood, a proper maul is a good investment. I also bought this little Muller Biber splitting axe. I had the 1.8 kilo one. This is the 1.2 kilo, so it's quite dinky, but still surprisingly effective. It's more intended for small wood, but I'm really trying it on some bigger stuff here. Of course, the short handle, it's only 60 centimeters, is dangerous for it's putting in your leg, so use carefully. I mainly bought it to use on a tall chopping block for chopping small wood, or use kneeling down. I sometimes like to chop small wood like this, and a longer handle gets in the way. It's also a bit nicer to use one-handed than the 4 pound or 1.8 kilos. So I've had the Husqvarna for 5 years. This is my second one. I left my old one down in England at my old job, so I bought a replacement the other day, just because I kind of missed having the thing around. It was very, very useful to have a robust axe that can take a lot of punishment, and I think the Husqvarnas, from my experience and at least looking online, I haven't seen a single one broken, so I think they're probably the most robust out of all the axes. I put mine through absolute hell, you know, using it for all sorts of abusive tasks, and failed to break it, whereas I did experience the Fiskars breaking quite quickly. I think that was an anomaly, but still, I think the Fiskars aren't quite as robust as this. I like the Hardened pole. You know, it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but I think you can't go wrong with it as far as if you just need an axe to do a bit of everything. You're never going to think this is my favourite axe for this job, because it is the jack of all trades, master of none, very much compromise across the board. So I think it's a good, robust tool. It's not going to let you down, but it's also not going to be like your go-to splitting axe or go-to felling axe. But the fact it can do a bit of everything, survive a severe amount of punishment, and double as a proper hammer with a hardened face, I think it's really worth its weight in gold, and that's why I bought another one.